Okay, we are live. Sorry about that, just need to get some technical stuff sorted out. Playing around with the software, hope everybody's okay. Can everybody hear me? Let me know you can actually hear me. Looks like you can. But just want to make sure we're all good and everybody's good to go. Just let me know you're there, give me a message. We'll get going in a few seconds. Today we're going to work on elbows as we come to the end of these sessions. There's probably not that many left, I hope.
Yeah.
Another week or so, I think, before we move over to the actual classes. Whether they be outside or inside, something's going to happen one way or another. So please let me know. Dave Fensom, I see you on there. How you doing, big man? Hope you're well. Hope you join us for our live broadcast 3 or 4 times a week. So please let us know you can hear us. You know, give us a thumbs up, give us a wave down, give us a 2 fingers, give us a 3 fingers, whatever you need to do. Yeah, fantastic. Thanks, Claire. Hey, Carly, how you doing? So, obviously, we had our first... Oh, who else is there? Hey, Sophie. Thanks. Great to meet you the other day. Fantastic. So, thank you so much for everybody coming along and chanced the rain with us in our circuit outside in our car park. I think it worked really well.
I thought it was very cool.
I think it worked really well, you know. It was great to see people outside of queuing in a Sainsbury's or queuing in somewhere else. What's going on there? I like the intro music. I'm not sure the word "like" is a word figure I'd use, but copyright-free music is not the best. But thank you, Jonathan, for coming along. So I'll just say thank you for everybody. I think it worked really well. I just need to work out how a Thai boxing class would work. You know, without contact. Obviously, it's okay to do pad work with someone with your own family or your own bubble. Is it a bubble?
Bubble.
There's a bubble. So if you're in a bubble with someone or you live with someone, then you can do contact. So fantastic. So great. So thank you everybody for coming along. There will be another one next Sunday for definite. Regardless of what's happened, next Sunday there will be another class. And I will probably stream it next time. Because I think it just gives us a bit of a, I don't know, carries on for the people who can't make it. There's some people who couldn't make it. That's about it really. So again, let's get going. Jogging on the spot. Hit that button. 3, 2, 1. Jogging on the spot. Let's go. Let's get warmed up. How's your legs? Rubbery. Yeah. So just jogging on the spot. Whatever it that you need to do to get your body nice and loose. If you've been sat in a chair, sat in the car, sat at work, whatever that is, now's the time to shake all that out. Leave all those thoughts and social media and issues behind. Who's saying hello? Dimmy, how you doing? How you doing? Hope you're going to race to that challenge. We do have a new challenge. Obviously, I don't know if you went, we had the assault bike challenge. We've now got another challenge which we're going to call the horror show. The horror show is 100 calories as fast as you can on the assault bike. This piece of machinery over here you can see. Once you've done that, you get a 1-minute break, and then you've got to do 1,000 meters on the Concept 2 rower as fast as you can. I've just done it, and I clocked in at 13 and a half minutes. I thought I was going to die. My heart rate maxed out at 175. I'm still feeling it at the back of my throat burns, but it was a great feeling afterwards and a sense of achievement. So if you want to do that when we get back, the board will go up with the times. You know, the record holders will be put up there. The person who can do a fastest set will come up with an awesome prize, like t-shirts or equipment, give away gloves and stuff like that. So we've got a new announcement coming up with a partnership with another brand, a very famous brand who's a good friend of mine. We're going to help him out. He's going to help us out, sell some of his equipment and give you some fantastic discounts in the gym when we get back. So we're coming to the end of this round. So we're going to do 5 press-ups, 5 sit-ups, 5 squats. Get yourself ready. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 press-ups, 5 sit-ups, 5 squats. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. One more round of this, please. One more round. So yeah, I was just saying we've got a tie up with to be announced, a very, very famous sporting brand in the martial arts industry. They specifically do Thai boxing equipment and MMA equipment. I've known this guy for quite some time. He does all our t-shirts and shorts, by the way. There's a hint. So we'll be able to offer some good stuff when we get back. I'll do stuff in the gym or mail order, or if you want to do that. So yeah, one more round while I talk absolute garbage to you. You know, I'm not media trained. Don't worry, it's fine.
3 seconds.
3, 2, 1. Jogging on the spot again, please. Let's go. So yeah, we will have some equipment in the gym: gloves, shorts, t-shirts, wraps, anklets, some equipment. Anklets, yeah, good old fashioned. All those kind of things that you normally buy online, we're going to have in this gym. Or you'll be able to, I'll have them in my stock room somewhere. You'll be able to order them from me, and I'll be able to bring them to you. But as I was saying, the winner, when we get back, who can beat the horror show as much as possible, will get a free pair of gloves.
I don't know, there ought to be some sort of a handicap for lighter.
Well, you see, I thought this is what I was thinking when I was doing it, because some people are very good on the actual aero bike, and some people are good at rowing.
Yeah.
So I thought it evened it out a little bit. I thought.
Yeah.
So people who've got incredibly strong legs, like cyclists, can actually throw that thing around. But stick them on the rower, which is a different concept altogether, it changes the dynamic. So I thought that would be a good way of evening it out, doing a pair of them. A 1 minute break, that gives you some time to get some water, get strapped in, make sure you don't puke, and straight back on, and in you go again. So I just did it 13 minutes, 13 and a half minutes. That wasn't probably my best. I could probably do better than that for push myself. I did 8 minutes on the first and over 4 on the second. I think I was under 4 on the second, but you know, I reckon I could do it in 7 and 3.5 with the minute break you add on. So that number includes the minute break. It's the whole thing.
Oh, well, you don't need to include the minute break, do you?
Yeah, I think you should do the whole thing. And then it just does it. It takes out any getting ready time and things like that. You've got 1 minute, and you've got to start in that. If you don't get on the bike ready in one minute.
The clock's ticking.
Exactly. That's what I thought we could do the challenge. Who's that?
Sounds horrific.
Yeah, the idea. Okay, 5 press-ups, 5 sit-ups, 5 squats. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do you know I just had a brainwave? Do you know when we do the classes outside, we could take one of these mats out. Get everybody to take one mat. Thought? No? Bad an idea?
Pain in the ass to put it back together.
Yeah, true. But it's just a thought.
Yeah.
Okay, grab yourself some water, grab yourself some energy, and we'll get going, okay? So. There you go.
Thanks.
So I thought, yeah, with the horror show, the 1 minute in between is included in that time, because that allows you to get off, get on. It's your recovery time.
Stops you dilly-dallying.
It stops you dilly-dallying, okay? If you take longer than that, at 1 minute the clock starts and the next one's the whole overall time.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because some people will be like, oh, I'm too tired, no good. Not get them strapped in and tied, and away they go. Alright, so we're going to work on elbows tonight, so get yourself into your normal stance position. I reiterate this because I can't see people's stuff, so I thought I'd break it down to the side and back, and that's a nice balanced position. So we're going to work elbows. So some of the mechanics, remember, if Jem comes up to me now, a punch position, I punch from here if I extend myself. If you think about an elbow, it's about half the distance again, unless you've got different limbs and things like that. So you have to go into a different range. Okay, elbows, you can't really throw an elbow from out here because that's punching range. Okay, you could, but you have to really travel. So you have to be a little bit closer, and then what we're going to do is our leader foot elbow, which you would jab with, we're going to take a step and we're going to elbow. Now, if you do have a bag with you, then please use it. If you have some equipment, please use it. If you do not, and you have a partner, what I want you to do is get them to raise the same hand as you. So whichever hand they've got, you've got, you match it, okay? So if I got my left, Jen's got her left. If you do it around and go right, it's right, okay? Reason we're going to do that is because what I'm going to use that as a target practice. This is properly getting old school. When I started back in the 80s, this is how they used to teach. It's not the right, it's the best way of doing it, but I think it's the simplest way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and hit that part of her hand with my elbow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this hand up, I'm going to take a little step forward, and I'm literally going to sort of chop with my elbow. One more time, so I'm going to literally just chop with my elbow. Okay? So I take a little step, and I turn my foot. I'll show you again. So I step, and I turn my foot a little bit, like a hook, but I'm using it sort of boom, just as a turn. So if you've got someone, if you don't and you're on your own, then just do it in midair, you know, sort of jump. Okay. If you can do it in a mirror, even better, but I'll do it with Jen now. So Jen's going to use her left. So there's a boom, that's it. The idea being is to try and get somewhere near that bony end of your elbow. That's the one that's going to cause face trauma. Okay? That and bad breath and halitosis and bad language. And stuff like that, and it's terrible humour. So the idea being to hold it away from your face if you were to, don't do it here obviously, for stupid reasons, but the idea being, give the person a target jump, that's it. And then if you're doing it in your partners together, okay, go like that, and now I'm going to do one myself, boom, okay, and then come back, boom, oh, that again, missed, boom, that's it. So you work on that technique for a few minutes now, so we're just going to step in, opposite hand stays up, and you're just going to lead elbow and cut it. Now make it a little bit of a 45-degree angle so it doesn't be straight. There's different ones. You can go up, you can go straight, you can come down. But just work on the down 45-degree one for now. Let's just really simplify it. So you're just going to step, elbow.
And your hand ends up sort of...
Yeah, your hand ends up either near your armpit or in the middle of your chest. So what you're going to do is end up with your hand in the middle of your chest a little bit. So you'll have your glove on, and the idea is boom. Yep. Okay, the target point is at one side of the person's face, so my target point for Jen, if we're boxing like this, especially if someone's got a low hand on this side, a lot of people get lazy and their hands come up like that. The idea being is I step in, bang, and I catch anywhere near the jaw or the head or like that. Obviously if she's taller or shorter, it works nice. Okay, so work on that with each other. Just using a hand just to chop and then come back. Don't move your back foot, so you chop and then come back. Chop and then come back. Okay? Go again, Jen. Chop and then come back. That's it. Remember, if you've got your hand up with someone again, give them the feedback. Okay? If they're just kind of not really hitting it that hard, so I'll do it with Jen again now. So if she's hitting it and she's sort of hitting it flush on, that's good. But if she's missing, then tell her. Oh, that's the target point, okay? If you're on a bag, it's a little bit easier because you can kind of... Let me just quickly move for the bag. If you do have a bag, whoop, there we go. So if you're lucky enough to have a bag, then your area is a little bit easier. So what I'd also suggest is think about your head height. So my head height is probably about there. So that's for me. So I'm just going to sort of step in and hit it. So that's how you do it on a bag. So you're a little bit more forgiving, but allows you to work on that. Great. So work on that one with your partner again for a few more minutes. Move your back, sorry about that. Oop, come back, and you're back in the room. There we go. So again, step, elbow, step, elbow. So you're not moving your back foot, you move your front foot a little bit just to close that distance. Obviously if they're coming towards you, there's a lot more nuances of the technique, but just this is the most basic of movement. It's just elbow. Okay. That's it, good. Elbow, that's it, good. You very, very rarely will use your elbows in sparring because it's such a strong chain of muscles and it's such a hard bone, even with padding on, because it's such short, it delivers such torque. Even the lightest tap is not friendly at all. It's just not nice. You can't really throw it. You can't really throw it sort of like, because it's just dangerous. So you very rarely will spar with it. Now and again, I've seen people sparring with it. Certainly, every time I've been in Thailand, they just don't spar with elbows. It's just one of those sort of things. You just have to work it on the pad. Okay. So a couple more on that lead elbow again. Boom, boom. That's it. Well, if you want some fun, by the way, if interesting, if you Google elbows sparring Thailand, you'll see a few funny videos of how the Thai people react when someone throws elbows in sparring. They tend to get a little bit touchy. So if you've got a few minutes, you just want to stick into Google or into YouTube, those little keywords, you'll see some people getting a bit of a kicking after they shouldn't be using elbows in sparring. Okay. So one more step. Okay. Now let's work on the back elbow. So the back elbow needs to travel a bit more. So I need to step again with that front foot. Same thing again. So it's very similar. So again, opposite hand, my right hand to Jen's right hand. And what I'm going to do is I step out a little bit to the side and I throw that. Again, at 45 degrees again, similar sort of motion. Turn your hand and fist into your chest, and this time you rotate your back leg. Whereas the left one, the lead one, I move my front leg. It's the same as a hook and a hook. Okay, but we're using our elbow. So going elbow, elbow. See what this foot does? It moves over. Elbow. So we're just going to work that. So I'll do one for Jen now. Again, right to right. So she moves her back leg and that's it. She steps in a little bit further into it, commits herself a bit harder. Boom. That's it. Anywhere. So if I'm here like that and I've got a really low guard, you see people like that, you see a lot of people step off, bang. That's it. Even if it goes through the gloves. So let's say I've got a hand here and I get a glove up in time, it's still got a lot of torque and a lot of power to get through that. If you've ever taken a shot, even with the gloves, like a kick, where the gloves are still there and they still meet, it's still horrible. I mean, it certainly rings your bell even with your gloves on. So sometimes I've taken kicks or in sparring, I've taken a punch on my gloves and instantly I've thought, no thank you, I would not like to take that naked. Okay. Okay, one more time. So remember, step, elbow, step. Remember the little step? And then we use our back leg and that releases the hips to turn. So one more second. Step, elbow, that's it. Boom, elbow, that's it. Couple more. We're going to work on one spinning elbow, okay? I'm never a big fan of them, but you know, they look quite cool. They look quite cool. You know, you see a lot of highlight UFC fighters and any sort of highlight reels, you'll see the spinning elbow to be a really, really good one. When it lands, it's pretty devastating, but it's a low chance of landing. You know, it's a low probability of landing. It needs to be timed very well. You do see a lot of highlight reels because, well, it's a highlight reel shot. But most of the effectiveness is just the straight elbows. The same with punches and spinning back fists and things like that. When they land, they're pretty devastating, but the chance of them landing is lower than a straight punch. Okay, so one more time. Boom. That's it. One more time. Step. Boom. Turn your fist into and turn it over, and then come down on a 45 degrees with your elbows. Okay? More gently, you can see a bit more into the middle, a bit more. That's it. So step, boom, that's it, step, elbow, step, boom, elbow, that's it, okay, time. Get yourself a little drink of water, and we'll go again. Oh, where's the water, sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't see the water then. Okay. So, Monday night we tried to make it a bit more technical. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, all starting to mull into one. The weeks and months seem to be melting into one sort of big lump of just at the moment, yeah. The only separator is the weekend, I think. But then it's like, it was nice when you're going out, but now the shops are all open. Sort of, you went to the Oracle the other week, didn't you?
Yeah.
It was a bit like a ghost town, or weird.
Strange.
It's also weird the fact that, you know, you can't try stuff on and there's so many limitations. And the fact that we've probably all got used to shopping online. Could be a death toll.
How little choice there is in the shops.
Yeah, it could be a death toll for that part of the retail industry, I think. So we're going to work on a simple spinning technique. Okay, so we're just going to step past the person. So I'm from here, and all I'm going to do is step to the side. As if I'm going to walk over. So I'm chatting to you, and I see someone over there, and I'm going to go, oh right, okay, what do you do? That's what we're going to do. That's the start of the motion. How are you doing? Who's that? No, sorry, you can't join. I don't do joint viewings. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to step to the side. So from here, we're going to step. Okay, nice and simply. That's the foundation of it. So if we're with Jen for a split second, so I'll step with Jen to her back. So it steps here. So hi, you guys can see me. So I'm going to step to the side of Jen. Okay, nice and simply. And the idea being, if Jen has her hands up, I can then spin, boom, and throw the elbow. So one more time, so you can see me behind here, high, high. So what I'm going to do from here, from this point of view, is I'm going to step past her foot, and then throw the elbow. So without the extra Jen to one side. So what you're going to do is literally step past them, and then use this momentum as I step to twist. Boom, throw the elbow. One more time, so step. So if you're southpaw, then you obviously go that way. If you're orthodox, you go that way, okay? So if I go back again, same thing again, even if Jen is a normal sort of, so you go orthodox. So even if Jen is orthodox and I'm southpaw, it's the same thing, okay? So the idea is step past them, boom. Okay. There is a million different setups for it, but we're not going to work on the setups, just work on the basics of the attack. The setups you have to do little feints to set the person up, but we're not going to work on that, just work on the basics of the attack. So Jen's going to do one with me now, quickly. So she stood in front of me, she's going to stand her lead leg over here, and I think she's going past me, but what realistically she's going to spin, boom, and she's going to throw an elbow to the side of my face. Okay, so what would happen is if we're sparring like this, and I see a step, I go, why is she over there? Crack. Because I make that logical decision to actually follow her. Boom. Okay, it's the same like with an overhand right. When the overhand, you look down over here, okay, so just stand in front of me. You look down over here, and if I look down and I reach down over to there, Jen's eyes will naturally follow where I'm looking at because it's just what you look at target. And what you don't see is the bang. It's the same with this. Jen does it to me now. So she steps and I follow her steps, boom, and she gets the side of my face. That's the basics of it. So work a few of them. So step to the side, spin, elbow. So Jen, a few more. Break these down, step, elbow, that's it. So if you're on a bag, let's work down on a bag. So you can see a bag. I'm starting to realise I do talk a lot, but then again, it's like a voice for radio kind of thing. It's not one way, isn't it? It's just kind of partly talking to you and partly chatting to Jen. It's a bit of a weird situation, but and that's why I'll just explain on Sunday it was really weird. At first, it took me a few minutes to get going, didn't it? The first few minutes. Once I got going, I got back into the rhythm because it had been about 3 or 4 months since I've taught a class, and it was all sort of one way.
What were you saying?
I was saying about talking. So you step past it, and you hit the person. You step past them, and that's the idea. You step past them, and you hit them. Come back to there now. Hello, Michael, Mr. Flood, I see you there. Hope you're well. So remember, step past them, boom. Again, same thing for southpaw. It's just the opposite way. You step, boom, and use your backhand. When you step and bring your hand over, so when I'm stepping, I bring my hand over, bring it up at head height. Okay? Try not to come over and down. I don't want to go over their head. My back of my elbow just needs to connect with the person. So you're going to go at kind of nose level. So when I step and I spin and I come out of it, I usually will hit something roughly about where they are. Obviously they're taller and short, but that's the basics of it. So as I come round, boom, and throw that elbow. Okay, good. So a few more. Watch Jen. So she's going to step past the person, step, and she's going to spin. Boom, there's the elbow. Okay, and then step. Boom, that's it. We're not going to work on the opposite side because it's a little bit more difficult. What you have to do is you have to step back to throw the other one. It needs a bit more of a setup. We're just going to work on that one. So front leg past the outside of the person, as if you're going to work away past them, as if you're taking a step past them. Okay, that's the basics of it. There is loads of setups and things you need to do beforehand. You can't just throw it what's called naked or on its own. That's what they call setups or naked shots. In other words, you just throw it and hope for the best. If you do a bit more setups and sort of movements, you can actually fool the person and think you're doing something else and when you're actually doing something else, okay? So, grab yourself a little drink of water. We'll see what time we're at. What time are we at?
5-2.
5-2. Wow, I did talk quite a lot at the beginning. So, okay, so we're going to work on a little sort of routine of, we're going to go elbow, 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 elbow. We're just going to do that. Okay, we're going to do 10 elbows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to do 2 press-ups for 3 minutes. So 2 minutes, sorry. So 10 elbows, 2 press-ups. Continuous, and just repeat, and just repeat, and just repeat. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. Got it? Okay. Okay, 2 minutes. Let's get burning. Let's get going. You ready? Let's go. So, 10 elbows, 2 press-ups. 10 elbows, 2 press-ups. Go. 1. Yeah, Claire, we had a little bit of a blip. It's back again. And time. It's just came back on just in time for... Sorry about that. So, I hope you carried on. We had a little blip there for us. I do apologise. We are back online, so we should be good to go in a second. I do apologise. Our little Wi-Fi thing here dropped out. We're back. So thank you very much. Hope you have a nice little... I'm going to stop it there because I think I've got some small problems. You're in stereo. Left and right, left and right. So, please have... We've got some problems here, so please have a really good stretch. I'm just going to stop it there, just obviously so I can solve the problems. Please have a really good stretch while we sort these out. So thank you very much. Apologies for the small problems at the end. So please make sure you have a really good stretch. Don't skip stretching, please. I implore you never to skip stretching. You will face a lot of problems later on in life. Flexibility is a massive key to no back pain later on in life. Okay. So have a wicked rest of your week. See you all on Wednesday. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye. Cheers, Dimmy. Cheers, Claire. Thank you.